Yesterday I made a video about learning to fly a paramotor, no license required. And what's cool about them flying a just a quick highlight here, is basically they call it a wing. It's basically a rectangle parachute. Then you got a propeller with a harness that goes on your back. And you got buckles that you can buckle yourself into the harness and fly. And what's cool about it, I mentioned yesterday in my video, I would love to learn how to fly. About 3 to 4 days. It don't take long to learn. It's more technical. It's more technical than it is hard. 90% of it's in the wing. They call the wing because it looks like an airplane wing, but it's a parachute, rectangle parachute. And I like to learn how to fly and fly to my mom and dad's down there in Kentucky, Tennessee on the state line. Now I mentioned I could land at they got a small country airport, an airport down there. I mean, I don't have to land at the airport. In case you don't know this, you can land about anywhere. I can land in your backyard. A lot of people that flies the paramotor, their paramotor, a lot of them land in just 50 feet. Yeah, you can take off at a short distance. You don't need no long distance. So let's say I was flying to your house. This one guy that flies a paramotor, he flies to McDonald's. You don't want to land in the parking lot because that's considered an obstruction. Possible cars coming in and out. But McDonald's got a field next on the property. McDonald's got a field. He lands in the field, about 50, 75. He lands quick. Anywhere from 50 to 100 feet. So if I was gonna land at my mom and dad's, I'd have my dad. Hey, how long is that? Measure the yard. I can measure their back or side yard. But getting back to him, he flies to McDonald's, he lands at McDonald's, and he goes in there and orders food. Yeah, he made a video, and when he took off, he flew about 5,000 feet. He was eating a sandwich. Yeah, you can eat lunch while you fly if you want. And legally, I would be allowed, again, legally I can fly up to 18,000 feet. Now I wouldn't want to be eating my lunch at 18,000 feet. No, it'd be too cold. I still would like to do that, but about a mile high, I could eat a sandwich. Yeah, he was eating a sandwich and flying. He's going about 45, 50 miles an hour, for about 5,000 feet. Very cool. But you don't want to land in no parking lot, like I just said, because of vehicles. That's obstruction. But let's say I want to fly to Milford from Goshen here, or Loveland. But let's say I want to fly to Milford and go to Walmart. If they got a big enough field, I can land there. Anywhere from I could probably land, once you get good, it won't take you a few days to get good. I could probably land in 50 to 100 feet. That's all I need. Yeah, that's, in case you didn't know, that's what's cool about them. A lot of people that flies them, they take off in their backyard. You don't need to go to no airport. Just you got to watch for power lines, but you're in your backyard. Yeah, a lot of them. In case you don't believe me, do a search on that. Yeah, you watch them. Not everybody takes off out of their backyard. A lot of them will go to a bigger. A lot of them's got small yards, but yeah, I can land in yards, and long as it's like I said, minimal 50 feet, 100 feet. Well, a lot of them even land shorter than that. It depends how good you get at it. And that's what's so great about them. You can land about any place. And but I can't wait to get one and learn. I'm watching all kind of videos. I'm training myself. But yeah, what's best to come is when I get one and learn to fly. Yeah, it'd be so cool. And like I said yesterday, they said the ones that flew them, or teaches it too, they said what's so cool about it, what surprises you about when you start flying a paramotor, and it's P-A-R-A motor, one word, paramotor. once you start flying one, what surprises you, they said, is how fast you get to your destination. You know, straight line. It ain't like a car driving on the road. That's not straight. When you're flying straight, it's a straight line. They said it still surprises you how fast you get to your destination. So I could probably, from here in Goshen, Ohio, I could probably get to the Kentucky-Tennessee state line 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, something like that. Tank of gas will go about 4 hours. I just thought I'd let you know that in case you didn't know that. Yeah, a lot of people, women too, girls. This one guy taught his girlfriend how to fly. Once you start flying, it's very addictive. Amazingly safe. You know, always safety first. But yeah, it's I can't wait to do that. I really can't. But a lot of ones that fly them, they take off in their backyards or a field. You know, you don't need much. I've watched many of them. For months, I've watched many of them. This one guy took off, well, it looked like no more than 40 feet. He started running, and the parachute, the motor, you know, he finally got